Kia ora and mabuhay kayong lahat. Welcome to our very first episode of Settle, Shine, Succeed, a roadmap for migrants. I'm your host, Juvi, and my co-host. Let me introduce to you Regine Francisco. Did I say it right?
Yes, yes. Hi, Jimmy. Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be a part of your very first episode.
You're taking out. We're we're in this together. We're both in this together. Hey,
So yeah, I
I'm also beyond excited to start this journey with all our viewers and, of course, with you, Regine. I've met you last year, I remember, in one of the uh, business venture that I have attended. It was so unexpected, and I got interested into your the career that you are having in. Well, anyway, to our viewers out there, to anyone who's been following us on Grow Yourself in New Zealand, and of course saha.co.nz, you're going to be introducing more of that shortly. This podcast, by the way, is all about helping migrants and not just settle, but also to thrive in this country. And we'll bring you inspiring stories, practical tips, and expert advice, and things that will greatly support your journey, whether you're just starting your career here or dreaming bigger. And speaking of inspiration, I am thrilled to introduce. I don't want to introduce her as a guest because she's going to be with me the entire time for this whole year. We're going to be trialing this, and I'm pretty sure it's going to help a lot of people, particularly not just Filipinos, but the viewers that we're having who are thinking of coming to New Zealand and settling here. So, with, of course, just a little bit of the background of Regine, a certified coach in business and professional growth, and an advocate of empowerment, and someone with a wealth of experience in helping people reach their full potential. That's why nag-click tayo, di ba?
yes.
Hey, would you like to tell us, bumati ka muna.
Thank you, ulit. Well, hello to everybody who's watching wherever you are in the world. Sabi nga ni Juve, this is for anybody who's planning to come to New Zealand or maybe thinking to plan to go overseas but not sure if New Zealand is the right place for them. So this entire series for the entire year, and I'm so excited to join Juvie and grow yourself in this entire series, Settle, Shine, Succeed, because it's not just about coming and settling here. It's all about shining and thriving and really succeeding in ways that are authentic to you and in achieving that success that really defines your individual definition of success. So yes, just like Juve said, we'll have a lot of stories. We will probably have interesting guests in the future episodes in this series. We will, you will learn a lot from different people's journeys, whether they came through student or work or direct resident or whatever else options are out there. We'll discuss, what sorts of challenges you need to be prepared for and how to overcome them. Probably the questions that you need to ask to make sure that your decisions are, aligned with whatever you really value in life, not just in the short term, but also in the long term. And yeah, I'm sure that along the way, whoever's watching, you can provide us your feedback and let us know what you really want to see from this series so we can prepare and make sure that we add value to you, because that's what we're all about, helping you with whatever you're struggling with.
Hey, I like it when you mentioned that it's not just for those who are thinking of coming to New Zealand, because when we talk about success, the definition can vary depending on your goal and your goals and your priorities in life. So wherever you are in the world, geez, feel free to watch us, comment, engage with us, let us know what you're looking forward to happened what you're looking forward to having this year 2025, because my theme this year is grow yourself and thrive this 2025. So you're the first one I'm going to introduce, because I've been exposed already to the public for a few years already. And for those who are new followers and new friends have just heard about me, I'm Juvie, the number one person behind Grow Yourself. And there are a few more who are quite shy, but later on, probably they will turn up, I mean, show up themselves. But for now, we've got to welcome Regine, and she's going to tell us more about her background, where she's from, what brought you here, and many other things. So if you want to engage and ask questions, if you know Regine as well, you would like to say hi, drop it in the comment section and we'll shout you out.
Yes. Yes, so let us know if you're here. Let us know if you are listening, or what are you expecting from this first episode. Ooh, this is just an introduction, but if you have anything to ask, just drop it in the chat and we'll try to answer whatever questions you may have. So, who am I? I know that most of you would probably already know Julie, and I am her new partner in crime. And that's it for this particular series. So my name is Regine. I'm a mental strength coach and trainer. I'm also the founder of Saha Strong Minds. So you can follow us on Instagram. And what we do is, you can think of us like your gym. So we train you, but instead of your body, we train your mind for mental strength. So mental strength is not just for people who have mental health challenges. It is for everybody, just as you train your body in the gym. So I think that's the best way to describe what we do. So how did I come to New Zealand? So I came here 11 years ago, and I came as a student. I came
Anong
here to
year yun?
study post 2013 November.
Nauna ka lang sa akin ng 1 year. 2014 ako.
Yeah.
Sumunod ako sa'yo.
Sumunod sa mga yapak. Oh, wow. Yeah, almost the same time then. Kasi 2013 to 2014, wala namang masyadong like change pa sa New Zealand. I think after 2015, so many things changed.
True.
Yeah.
And the changes were so fast.
Very fast. Yeah, in just less than 10 years. Can't imagine how even just Auckland changed so much.
So much. The number one is the population. That's number one. So the traffic, that's it. And the cost of living, and so on and so forth.
A lot.
So ano yung work mo back in the Philippines before?
Yeah, interestingly, it's I graduated with a degree in biology. I majored in microbiology, so it's totally different to what I'm doing now. So I was working in supply chain, particularly in the quality department. So when I came to New Zealand, I was still in the same career path. So I spent around 3 to 4 years working in the Philippines before I came here, and then I continued the same career path until 2020. So majority of my career is on supply chain, particularly quality assurance and quality control. And when I decided to leave my 9 to 5 to pursue something that I really want to do in the long term, because I know I can't succeed in something that just drains me out every day. So I explored different business opportunities with my husband now. And yeah, this is what I figured out, where I really find fulfillment in what I do. And so it's still really hard work, but it's something that I enjoy. So the price that I pay for all the efforts, the time, I know that it's worth it.
So you've met your husband here in New Zealand or somewhere else?
Yeah, we were classmates when I came here.
So yung inaral mo is, so student visa in 2013 for 1 year, 2 years? 2.
Yeah, just a year of postgraduate diploma, 1 year.
What was it about? postgraduate diploma
of
in
business management and strategic leadership.
no wonder now you're in business because business management. So when did you start this saha.co.nz? Because you are supporting professionals in their professional growth, or how do you say it? Personal life, probably. You is that part of your
Yes.
service?
Yes, yes, 100%. So I usually say, so it's quite a big scope. So I usually put it in a nutshell, and I say I help people achieve their goals faster without burning out and while enjoying life. And so most of my clients would usually work on their confidence, on their resilience, on their growth mindset and risk tolerance and sense of commitment. So those are basically the pillars of mental strength, aka mental toughness. And yeah, that's basically what I do. I started this, it will turn 2 years old in May this year, but I've been training for it since I started doing some coaching since 2021. So,
Oh, so it's been a while, but you didn't officially open this business until last year. Hey, when we're
two
talking
years ago.
2 years, okay, 2 years ago, when we're talking about mental toughness, do you consider Filipinos have that strength in general, or it's hard to generalize?
Mental strength. I would say that Filipinos are really good with resilience. So
And what?
resilience is how we go through challenging times and how quickly we recover from it. So I think Filipinos are really good in finding the positive in the negatives. Kahit may mga disaster sa Pinas or may brownout of so many days or kung ano man ang nangyari, you can still see people smiling. They have a sense of community. They're able to help others even if they lost everything themselves. So 100% Filipinos are very resilient. But what I've seen with Filipinos that I met in New Zealand is that we have a lot of work to do in terms of self confidence and self esteem. We A sense of commitment is also really good for Filipinos, but I think where we lack the most is marami sa atin is committed to the things that don't really make them happy. And so instead of achieving your goals and enjoying your life at the same time, we tend to achieve our goals, but we tend to burn out or we tend to rust out. Have you heard of rusting out?
No, I'm not sure
No?
if I'm one of the people you are trying to describe, but I'm just listening. Carry on, please.
Yeah, so
I
burning out is it's a very common term nowadays. So burning out is, pagod na pagod ka na, wala ka ng gas remaining in you. You're just, you start showing signs of severe anxiety. You're starting to get depression symptoms, etc. Rusting out is you're okay. Just the boat is floating. You're not drowning, pero you do not have that sense of fulfillment. Parang you're stuck or something is missing, but you don't know what's missing because you feel like everything is okay anyway. And so I think a lot of us rust out, that's what they call it now.
mm,
So
okay.
parang kinakalawang na, like I'm okay, pero parang something is missing. Parang hindi ako talaga satisfied. And so,
So
yeah.
maybe another word for that one is like they know they can do something, but maybe they are not doing something to achieve that. I don't know.
Yes. No, that's
Probably.
absolutely right. You nailed it. You nailed it. Because deep inside us, only we know how much potential we have because that comes from inside. So other people from the outside, they don't really see what we cannot show or what we cannot communicate. So minsan, kahit, everything is fine, pero feeling mo from deep inside, I am still worth more than this, or I can still do bigger than this, or I can take more risks than this, pero everything is okay na eh.
Something
So
still.
why pa?
So
So
something like they kind of in their comfort zone. And why would I exert more effort? I know I can do that anyway. There's nothing to prove anymore. Maybe there are many reasons why people are not achieving more than they are capable of. Yeah. But I think
Mm, yeah.
in my case, well, if people have been following me and been seeing me showing myself out there in the public, even my principal now is getting to know what I've been doing outside of my school hours. Uh, I'm an explorer. So another word for that one is like Dora. Explore, explore, explore. I don't have to wait for opportunities. Digitalization is now a common thing. You can put yourself out there and we'll see how it goes. So yun ako. So I don't know. How do you describe that kind of personality where you just wanna try something new and you're not stopping? Is that maybe an can lead to depression or
Well, I have to ask you first, why are you exploring so many things? What's your goal?
yung isang goal ko before when I started exploring is that I want to keep my brain busy. Although my brain was already busy knowing that I am a teacher, so you keep on thinking about your students, about your lessons, because I'm teaching all subjects. But there's still a part of my brain that's like, I want to do more so that I am preoccupied not to dwell and not to engage in negative things. Yun
Mm.
doon nag-umpisa na, ayokong magkagulo tayo, ayokong awayin ka. It's like, do you get what I
Mm.
mean? Ayang,
Yeah.
in the family, like, ayokong isipin yung sama ng loob ko. I want to do something else. And true enough, I get myself busy. I'm not minding my body. So when I'm free, I get out there and just, yeah, we have a chat a little bit when we don't even eat together anymore. So that's the other side, ugly side of it. But don't ko na-realize that it started from there because we always had a fight in the past. What do you think?
Mm.
Oh, naku, na-reveal ko tuloy yung buhay ko dito. Hindi naman. It's meant to be you.
Well, this is a conversation, sis, because we can learn from each other. And yeah, it's pretty common to, we want to numb the negative feelings because we feel like if we numb the negative feelings, then we can just focus on the positive ones. And this is a very interesting lesson that I learned in the course that I'm also leading. So we had a clinical psychologist there, and she explained that the first foundation of happiness is actually letting unhappiness in. Because if we try to keep numbing unhappiness or any negative emotions, then what happens to our brain is it also tends to numb whatever positive emotions we have. And so in your case, what I would imagine is that, yeah, you don't feel those negative emotions anymore because you're busy, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're feeling the opposite of what you're trying to avoid. So, if you're avoiding your hate or feeling of being upset with a friend by being busy, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's healing your relationship or you're feeling suddenly happy with your friend, the status of your social life or your relationships. So yeah, that's a very, very natural human nature. Number two, I would say, is avoiding conflicts is a very, very common Filipino nature. Anyway, and you would know that it's not just you.
Okay.
We
Pinoy
are
ako.
not very confronting. Yeah, we are not very confronting culturally because we are very community centered people. So we don't want conflict. If we really can't take it anymore, we'd rather just disappear and ignore it and hope that the conflict just disappears rather than confronting it and fixing it face to face. But
That's me.
yeah, I think this is and not just you. I'm sure that so many people can relate, whoever's listening, if especially Filipinos, and not just Filipinos, Asians. in
Oh,
general.
meron tayong
So
comment dito. Si Teacher Works. Hello, what's our topic for today? So maybe she just turned in today and she missed the first part. Today is our first session of the Settle, Shine, Succeed, a roadmap for migrants here in New Zealand. And we are just mainly introducing ourselves, especially my co-host, Regine. And dito na, nasubukan na kaagad yung skills ni Regine when it comes to coaching, coaching any areas of a person. And right now, like what I've said, after I've shared with you a little bit of my journey, yeah, I kind of feel like I want to pour it out. Anyway, my life is open. It's not perfect, definitely, and it's full of hard work. And I can see that you are able to make me aware of why I'm doing these things. And those words that you are saying are actually existing. And I didn't know that. Yeah, I like what I've said. That's me. And probably there are more people out there similar to me. And this is the right platform, I would say, to join us. You don't have to reveal yourself. You can flick me a message if you don't want me to show your message there online. Thanks for commenting. Oh yeah, supposedly, Regine, you're the center of the discussion right now. So you've been coaching, and I'm pretty sure it's not just Filipinos. Have you coached a Filipino already, or
yes.
a variety of culture?
Well, I've had quite a few. So I've coached Filipinos in the Philippines, Filipinos in New Zealand. I've coached people from other parts of Asia. I've had a client from Europe, and from USA, California. So yeah, a variety of
So when you say
nationalities.
client, is that online, or do they have to come over to meet you?
Well, most of the sessions happen online, especially if they're not in New Zealand. So totally doable online, but there's just very, rare scenarios where we decide to meet in person for specific reasons. So individual coaching is very personalized. So the sessions and the program is very unique to the goals of the person and situation of the person. So if we really think that we need to meet in person, then we do that.
Because I know I offer my services as well for coaching professionally and not really much with spiritually. That's a different topic. So more professionally as a teacher. Quite a few have been contacting me, getting an advice, and because I'm also doing tutoring, online tutoring, so I cannot really be everywhere anytime I want to. With in your case, how do they reach out to you?
Oh, so there are so many ways. So most of my clients, I actually met them in some networking event somewhere, or a common friend of a friend. But where can they find me? The best place is to go to my Instagram, Saha Strong Minds. So that's SAHAH Strong Minds. We are also on Facebook and on LinkedIn. Our website is temporarily under construction because we are working on something exciting. So we are changing a lot of things, but everything that you need to know, and if you need to get in touch, you can always reach out on any of the social media platforms, even LinkedIn.
I like those two. Oh, is it a catchphrase? The strong minds. Because for me, actually, when I created this Facebook page, Grow Yourself, it started from the growth that I have experienced in my first full-time job here in New Zealand as a teacher. It started with another catchphrase, growth mindset. Have you heard of that? Or is it strong minds? Because it's more about the minds anyway. And I think that's what we're going to discuss more, here in our episodes, where although we're going to be inviting different personalities, can be Filipinos or from any culture, sharing their journey in New Zealand, their ups and downs, and how we can bring out the best in them to share it to anyone else who will gain a lot of information. But basically, it's for me, strong minds is a very powerful. It affects all parts of your body. I don't know if I'm saying agree or disagree, Regine.
100% agree. 100% agree. We always say everything starts in the mind. If you don't take care of your mind, if you don't train your mind, you will be, controlled by it, controlled by your emotions, controlled by your subconscious, controlled by external factors, because you are not strong enough to hold that control within you. So yeah, definitely. I decided to use the strong minds. It was a very long process. We had to choose among so many different phrases to represent what we do. But yeah, what we really do is making your mind strong so you can overcome any challenges, and even beyond that, strengthen yourself and learn the skills so you can achieve whatever goals you have faster.
It's all in the
Yeah.
mind. Whatever you put in the
Yeah,
mind,
also,
whether it's
mhm.
positive or negative, it will impact your future as well.
Yeah, because your thoughts becomes your beliefs, and your beliefs dictate your behavior, and your behavior dictate your outcome. So it's really, really important what's in your mind. Also, our coaching is mainly based in neuroscience. So it's really all about rewiring the brain. So we focus on the brain and the mind a lot.
That's going to be our main focus this year. I am so excited to learn more. I have been following, Luis, a vlogger as well, YouTuber, vlogger.
I am not sure.
Luis Ho. I know. Okay.
Oh, Louis Host. Yeah, I've seen some of his podcasts.
Yeah, and he has invited so many experts, FBI agents, talking about personalities, how to read behavior, how to negotiate. I love it. And also the rewiring of the brain. That's where I've heard it from a doctor from Europe, I think. So yeah, it's good that we can use it in the language of New Zealand or in the language of Filipinos para magkaintindihan. Because I totally agree with what they're talking about, based on science, based on their experiences, and even based on what the motivational speakers in the past have already shared with everyone. Are you familiar with Jim Rohn? The other one, Jonathan Peterson, or I'm not sure of the name.
Jordan Peterson.
Jordan. What do I keep on saying? Yeah, Jordan.
It's been a long day.
No, I think I'm just having too much in my head that I get all the names mixed up. But yeah, something to look forward to sa ating mga kababayan na nanonood. And if you're following and have been engaging with us, this is another interesting topic that you should look forward to watching every month. Once a month lang tayo, because we can bring a lot of information once a month. And it's all about building our resilience, our mindset, our resilience. And yeah, we are able to settle, shine, and succeed in the future. There's nothing impossible there.
Yeah, I think this is really important, even though for those na nandito na sa New Zealand or have migrated somewhere else, because I see a lot of Filipinos na, it's a lot of effort already to settle down. So once they've settled down, it's like they become comfortable and stop there. But I know that so many kabayans, we have so much potential. So I think the shine and succeed part is very, very important. Like, how do we actually go out of our comfort zone and achieve, beyond just getting the residency or getting the citizenship and then buying a house? Like, do you have any other goals? And I hear a lot of kabayans that, it's better back home because I could do this and that. But why can't you do it here? You also can. And I think it's just, it starts with a mindset, because of so many reasons that we can probably explore in the next episodes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. And anong aabangan natin next month? We will be having the topic, maybe why should we go overseas anyway? Like I know a lot of Filipinos actually, if given an opportunity, they would go abroad. That's for Filipinos. But what about others? They are not forced to go abroad, like say America. Americans,
Mm,
uh, they would still come here. But America is a progressive
yeah.
country. They would still come here. Even Europeans.
Mm,
European is a big country too and a progressive one. But some of them are still coming over to New Zealand. Why? Or, if you're
100%.
settled in Australia, why would you like to explore other countries? I don't know. We're going to
Mm,
cover that one. You're going to
yeah.
uncover it. You. I will just ask you questions. You're the
Yes,
expert
yes, we will.
here.
We will. And of course, based on your journey as well, I'm sure that maraming makaka-relate because we have different stories. So, yung hindi makarelate sa akin will of course makarelate sa iyo or to anyone else na nakikinig. If they want to share their stories, they can also do because that's how we learn.
Yep, true. Anyway, anything else you would like to say to our viewers? Ano pang mga aabangan nila? Under the heat of the
Well,
sun?
I think if they're interested to learn more about particular stories na Filipinos, like do you want to hear, for example, successful businesses or successful politicians or, people in construction or trade industry, because that's where most of you are, or teaching. Juve is our expert in teaching. Are you an aspiring teacher overseas in New Zealand? So yeah, I would be curious what the audience are curious about, and then we'll organize, if it's not just the two of us, someone who can actually talk about it firsthand.
Yeah, we will be tapping other people because I know, especially Filipinos who are already settled in New Zealand, they have this feeling of sharing, giving it back to the community. Not just people here in New Zealand, but of course the people that they are connected to. Say if you're a Filipino here, you're connected to your families back home in the Philippines, and you want to share what you're experiencing here, so they get some ideas as well. And they can also apply that one even though they are in the Philippines, not necessarily come to New Zealand. But this is an overall application, I would say, general application. It's not just applicable in New Zealand. It can be applied wherever you are because mindset is mindset. Mindset ba? Mindset.
Yeah. So whether you're not even sure if you want to go overseas, but considering it but not sure if it's New Zealand or somewhere else, I'm sure that you will learn a lot from this series.
Yeah, I look forward to this one. But that's pretty much it. But before we say goodbye, thanks, Joanna, for messaging, for fresh air, for a different perspective, for less crowded space, and so on. Probably she's answering the question why overseas people from their country, they want to travel or they want to go and explore somewhere else. Yep, that's her. For a different perspective, for fresh air, because New Zealand has a lot of fresh air to offer to migrants, and less crowded space. True, we only have 5 million. I'm not sure if it's still 5 million up to now, because we have many New Zealanders who move to different countries as well. So ano bang update kung sige, we will update you next time. We will try our best to make it short, but we'll focus on whatever we are focusing on. But for now, we're just introducing ourselves. It's me, Juvie of Grow Yourself in New Zealand. And we have Regine.
And it's me, Regine, your mental strength coach based in Auckland.
Yay.
So yeah, we hope to see you again next month, and let's build and explore how to build confidence, resilience, and everything else for migrants or planning migrants.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks so much, everyone. Thanks for staying tuned and engaging with us. Have a good night. See you, Regine. Bye.
See you.